Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today we're going to take a look at Bernard's, wait for it, collection. And this collection was wonderful fun. I really enjoy it a lot. So let's take a look at Bernard's collection. He's got, the first two he has is, I call Rough and Tumble, the Casio G-Shock and the Pulsar G10. Both of them are quartz. And he talked about, if he's got to go swimming or get it wet or do something that could knock the watch around, he takes his G-Shock, which makes perfect sense to me. And then he talked about the, going, the Pulsar. Well, if I got to go to the shop or something, it's sort of like, well, I'm going to the shop, so I'll put on my mask, grab my Pulsar, and I'm ready to go. I don't know why. That was sort of the imagery I had of Bernard and his Pulsar going up, ready to go. Okay, moving right along. The next two are Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. I'm glad that he put mechanical because they have a lot of non-mechanical watches, a lot of quartz watches in the Hamilton Field watch. Something about the Hamilton Field watch I like. I've always liked. They're tough. They're neat. I mean, they're very. I like the way they have the outer 12 hours and then the inner 24. I think it's a really, really great watch. I sort of reminds me of my own Seiko 5. That is sort of my, go out and work in the yard or something. But, it's sort of a cool looking watch too at the same time. Now, next to it is Desmaco DS30. And this watch is interesting because it has, it seems to be almost like the teeth coming in like this because of the way the indexes are, and they have the two at the top. They got the two big index markers, and then the other ones are single ones. And it's the kind of watch that is, a good everyday casual watch. And I think that is a good way to do it. Yeah, you got something casual, you put on your Desmaco and off you go. I think this was, when I was in Germany, we were on a tour there down the Danube, and we stopped in this little town and we were looking around. There was this Damasco shop, and my wife caught me before I could get in and take a look, but it was something, it's a brand that I'd like to find out more about. Okay, well, off we go. Now, this one is, Bernard apologized. He said, you've got to look at this. I always get upset with IWC, not because of the looks of it, and certainly not because of the history. It's just because they don't tell you what's inside in any kind of fashion that is transparent. But I love the looks of this watch. It's a Flieger, and it's a good one. And Bernard said, this is right from World War II. It was like, okay, but it's new, and it's got for a pilot's watch. Pilot's watches today, I think, pretty much a certain style, and to a great extent, a lot of them were defined in some ways by the Flieger, or some of the ones like the Zenith Big Pilot. They got this giant crown on it for winding. That's from back the old days with the open cockpit and the hat on it and the scarf, and they try to wind their watches, and so they need these great big crowns on them. And this is a very pretty watch. Now this one is, this is why I get rankled by IWC. This one is the Mark 15. And, it's, to me, it's a very, very clean and clear watch. And I like that in any watch. And it's, this can be sort of an informal office watch or something like that, as well as sort of You know, you go in the movies or something. It's a good watch for that. Now, the IWC designation is caliber 37.52-4. Okay, well, what it is, an ETA 2892A2. Why can't they say that? I mean, they can say, well, our caliber, this is what we did. We use a ETA something something as a base. That's all they'd have to say. But what it does, it makes them look like they're hiding something, or they're not doing something they should be doing. Like, well, no one will notice. Okay, but it's a good-looking watch, and it seems like a fun one to have. Okay, now this next one, Bernard had some really interesting things he was talking about. He really wanted a longa unzunda, but he liked this one. And I gotta tell you, the Glashütte Original Senator Excellent is a very nice watch. You can look at the back there. On the other hand, you can turn over and actually see some, some pretty decent finishing that's done. And the front of it, the dial is also a very, again, clean, but a very classic look to it, very German horology kind of design. The minute hand has sort of the little indent in the middle, and then of course the second hand has a little GC on top. A G, well, I guess it should be a GO, right? For Glashütte Original, but it looks like a GC. Anyway, this is another watch that I really like. But, in looking at this collection, you say, this collection makes a lot of sense. He's got, a couple of banging around quartz. He's got sort of a couple informal mechanicals. He's got an IWC that, it's kind of watch it if you're flying to get shot down in, I guess. I don't know. I have fun with IWC. And then he's got the Glashütte Original. I mean, it looks like a complete, this is a complete collection just with this. And it's at a certain level of collectors. And I think sort of the cherry on top of this is the Glashütte Original Senator Excellence. Really a wonderful watch, and one that you could wear every day. But no, Bernard, he's got this FP Journe Chronomètre Souverain in platinum. This is just sort of like, what? He said he got it new for 30% off from a gray market. I prefer the term secondary market, because gray market sounds like, you go down a dark alley or something. Some people consider 47th Street in New York City as the gray market capital, and I suppose to some extent it might be true. But I mean, this is, I don't know how in the world or when he got it where you could get a 30% discount from list. A new one. And I don't know, there's, back when I got my FP Journe Chronomètre Souverain in platinum, it was a choice of a number that were, this is a pre-owned, but it's post 2005. The way you can tell is that if it has the gold plates and bridges on the back, in other words, the movement is in gold, like Bernard's is, it's post 2005. He had the number on it all messed up, so I tried to clean it up a little. But this watch is just a nice, I mean, it's such a nice watch. It really is. I mean, it's simple. It's got the power reserve indicator, so you know where you are. And I wear mine with a black, this is a black, what I call my beater band. This is an FP Journe band. And this particular FP Journe band has rubberized underneath. And looking at the ones that Bernard has there, he's got the good band on both sides. I got a cognac one for this that I try to keep out of use, everyday use, and so because I like wearing it so much, it's just a fun. That's one of the problems. I have too many fun watches. But anyway, Bernard gave me some some information with it, and it was this is just a really great collection. You've got on top of the cherry, you have a star. You know, in looking at Bernard's collection and my own, mine's sort of growing like I can't stop it. But this is just a very, very cool collection. You know, I tell you, I know a lot of people are going to look at this and say, "Wow, you know, you need a chronograph." I don't think so. I finally got a chronograph. If you want to get a chronograph, let me recommend one. This is by Daniel Roth, and you get a Daniel Roth watch, plus you get the El Primero chronograph with it. So you know, I like this kind of thing. I almost never use a chronograph, and I know a lot of guys, they have all these chronographs. I don't know if they're timing this and timing that, but I don't know what would you add to a collection like this. I think what I would do if I were Bernard is find some watches, try to find some that are, you know, collect the watchmaker, and of course that's what I've been doing. I don't know whether Bernard would want to do that or not, but boy, I tell you, this is a cool collection. Even the IWC Bernard isn't terrible. So, well, of course, I'd like to hear your opinion as well. And by the way, too, you know, we still need some more collections to review. So, you know, you're always welcome to send it in. There's a little note at the end that tells you, you know, touch that and it'll tell you what you need to do for it. And if you would like, this is an invitation to subscribe. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Arts High, the art and science of watch collection.